The difference between shotcrete and granite. What is shotcrete? Shotcrete is a dry or wet mix of concrete or mortar sprayed to a vertical or overhead wall, and the concrete is conveyed through a hose and sprayed with high velocity through a nozzle. Shotcrete is also called sprayed concrete. The force imparted in the application process results in the adhesion to the strata. And what is granite or guniting? Actually, shotcrete and granite are same. Shotcrete spraying is done in two methods, that is dry process and wet process. And dry process of shotcreting is called guniting. Let us go through the dry process of guniting. Dry ingredients are premixed and placed in a hopper. Compressed air drives the material into the nozzle and water gets mixed with ingredients before going out of the nozzle. The material hits the surface with super high velocity and adheres to the surface. Next is wet mix process or shotcrete. And this is the typical figure. Ingredients are premixed with water like conventional concrete. Concrete is fed in a pump. Compressed air shoots the concrete through the nozzle. And now let us have a comparison between granite versus shotcrete. First, we will discuss about ingredient mixing. In granite, the dry ingredients are mixed in the granite machine. Compressed air pushes the material through hose to the nozzle, and water is added from a separate source to the ingredient just before leaving the nozzle. Next is ingredient mixing in case of shotcrete. The ingredients are premixed like conventional concrete, that is fed into a hopper, and from there it is being sprayed. Flexibility and ease of application of granite and shotcrete. In case of granite, the ingredients are site mixed and water is added just before application. And because of that, work can be stopped and restarted without forming a cold joint. Even after we stop the work, still the material will stick to the old layer due to high velocity of application. And the applicators get more work time as the mixing is done at site. But in case of shotcrete, the ingredients are premixed and only pumping is done at site. Cold joints are formed if there is any stoppage in the application process. Old and new layers act as separate layers, and the cold joints usually leads to cracks. Any stoppage of work can hamper the quality and strength of concrete in case of shotcrete. We'll discuss about the applicator skill and quality in case of granite and shotcrete. Granite is site mixed and consistency, quality, strength and workmanship depends on the skill of the nozzle operator. A super skilled operator is required to control water cement ratio and maintain consistency. But in the case of shotcrete, shotcrete is premixed. The ingredient quality, quantity and water cement ratio is maintained in the concrete manufacturing facility itself. Only the application quality depends on the operator skills. Consistency and concrete quality not dependent on the operator in case of shotcrete. Now we'll discuss about the water cement ratio. In case of granite, nozzle operator controls the water cement ratio. High water cement ratio can ruin the mix and low water cement ratio may choke the nozzle. But in the case of shotcrete, water cement ratio is controlled in production stage. Any water added inside to improve consistency reduces the strength and quality of concrete. Granite gives a strong and uniform finish, and shotcrete gives a strong and consistent surface. And next is rebound wastage. In case of granite and shotcrete, the waste generated on rebound is very high in case of granite. These wastes are not to be reused and labor is required for cleaning. Next is economy. Granite is more economical than shotcrete. Granite uses only cement and sand mix mostly, but shotcrete uses 20 aggregate and is much more expensive than granite. What are the advantages of shotcrete or granite? Advantages of shotcrete. Shotcrete or granite spray is extremely economical and flexible than conventional concrete. For swimming pool and water retaining structures, shotcrete is preferred over conventional concrete. They are easy to spray and gives a joint-free, even and dense surface. Process of application. In case of shotcrete, high velocity spraying makes the concrete dense and less porous. In conventional concrete is placed and placed on the surface and consolidated. Shotcrete is denser than and non-porous compared to conventional concrete because of the method of application. Next is shrinkage cracks. In case of shotcrete reduces shrinkage cracks and eliminates cold joints, produces an even, non-porous and dense concrete. Next is saving in time and expenses. Shotcrete eliminates shuttering activity. It's a main activity in construction, that is shuttering activity, and time required for shuttering and deshuttering and expenses for shuttering. Next is flexibility of usage. Shotcrete can be used in congested areas where shuttering is not possible. Shotcrete can also be applied in any shape, which is difficult to maintain in case of conventional concrete and shuttering works. What are the uses of shotcrete or granite? They are used for light, reinforced and thin curtain walls. They are also used for making shell and folded roofs. And they are also used for making lining or underground structures and tunnels. Swimming pools, water retaining structures, pre-stressed tanks, treatment plant structures, etc. uses this shotcrete or granite technology. They are also used for concrete repair and retrofitting works. They are used for structural steel encasing works and canal lining, reservoir lining and repair of canal lining works. They are used for deep excavation, slope protection and slope stabilization works and basement waterproofing works. This is all for granite and shotcrete, and thank you for watching, and subscribe my YouTube channel, like and share. Thank you.